Hi, everyone. This is Julie HR. And in this day and age, as we all know, everything is getting more digital to include our employees and our teams within our organizations. And I've read through many surveys, journals, articles, feedback polls, you know, and all these surveys and polls are saying, manager training. This is what we need is manager training. But a big focus was we need training, for managers, not just on their leadership skills. Yes, that needs to be first and foremost. But we also need to incorporate a type of training that guides them in assisting in them managing a remote team. Now, this doesn't apply to all industries, across the board. But I tell you what, guys, we're getting more digital day after day after day. And our teams are becoming more, they're going to all be remote at some point. I wouldn't say all of them, but to a greater extent. Therefore, this is what led me to create the remote team management for supervisors and managers. Lead remote teams effectively. So this is on my Etsy site, and I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. So here we go. Number one, it's in a Word document, and it should be used as a training. And I would encourage HR professionals to take the time to set up some type of training with the managers who actually manage remote teams. And week by week, there are actually 8 lessons. Go over one of these per week. I know I've mentioned this 1,000 times, but there's a lot of managers that are promoted, right, for doing a great job within their particular position. However, they've never been given the tools that they've needed to actually lead or to be a manager. And managing a remote team is probably one of those tools that they've never been given. So let's keep going. It's a comprehensive framework. It covers essential aspects of remote management, trust building, communication protocols, action planning, and performance tracking to guide managers. There are prompts. I really like each lesson. And if you look on my Etsy site, I probably have about 20, 25 plus manager booklets that, there's training, conflict resolution, new hire manager, leadership. I'm a big believer in training managers. So if you go on my Etsy site, you'll see a lot of that. And as mentioned, all those booklets, they kind of have the same, they follow the same structure and we'll go into that in just a second. But it includes a skill building activities, real world practices. Also within this managing a remote team, I'm not just saying, hey, here's what it is. I'm going to give you remote proven best practices and actual data and statistics, okay, that will assist in helping drive your manager's productivity and fostering a high performance remote work culture. Okay, as mentioned, number one, here's the description, but it also, I'm not going to go into this a little bit. I'm just going to read this one a little bit. Setting clear expectations and ground rules establishes the foundation for effective collaboration in remote teams. Without the daily visibility of an office setting, ambiguity in roles, responsibilities, and workflows can hinder productivity and cause misunderstandings. There was a survey by Gallup. Teams were with clearly defined expectations. Managers, you've got to give expectations, are 29% more likely to perform at a high level and experience a 15% boost in employee engagement. Things have got to be defined. Managers, you've got to set expectations. We're not all in the same office anymore. A lot of teams are remote, and there needs to be specific expectations and ground rules set. Okay, so, and then I can go into the importance, and basically it's the key benefits of mastering the skill. And then there's also a question that encourages reflection and deep thinking. And then down here, there's an activity, practice, or skill, like define work hours. How will you go about cultivating this practice, activity, or skill? Share your actions and steps to implement, enhance, or how you'd like to improve. So all these lesson sections, and there's 8 lessons, HR leaders should set up a class and each week go over these items and let the different managers, managers who manage remote teams, let them interact. The best way to learn is to hear from, your peers. What are they doing? What are the best practices they're doing? How are they defining work hours? How are they establishing communication protocols? How are they laying out workload distribution? So super cool there. Okay, as mentioned, 8 lessons, comprehensive workbook. It's very neat, organized. I love it. Okay, it's in Word, but I mean, you could upload it into other types of, such as Excel if you wanted to, or you could create it, or you could put it into like Google Docs. But I recommend Word, and the front is also in Word too. There's also a key intro overview with directions. So don't feel like you're going to be left out, in right field and left field as far as instructions are concerned. HR, managers, and leaders, there are introductions. And like I said, I would love and I recommend completing 1 lesson at a time, reflecting on the exercises, and discussing key takeaways with other managers who manage remotely. And I really hope you guys like this. I actually love it. Don't forget about all my bundles. This one is clutch, the Manager Toolkit Bundle. Yes, and then there's the Human Resource Bundle, Performance, Workplace Safety, and then here's a starter pack with only 50 if you just want to get started. But I tell you what, it's probably pretty much more than a starter pack. I put a lot in there. But take a look at it. Here it is in Word form. I'm going to go up really, really quick. There's the top. And I know a lot of times you guys have questions on, I need to change a color or whatnot. And you're able to do so like that. And then here's the text box within there. Let's see. How can we get it to, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So it's pretty easy to change the color. And if you need help, I'm able to create a super easy breezy video for anyone who needs assistance in changing colors. But just know I deal with text boxes and tables. See description, you want to change that color. Go here. Here, it's pretty easy. And this is the activity practices and whatnot. Feedback loop. So thank you so much. I know this was kind of rushed a little bit, but this is a great opportunity for you to purchase something that's really going to change your organization and impact the organization as a whole, along with its strategic goals and aspirations. Thanks so much.